Who has to take the EOCs? All the students that are in Part B in English 2, Biology, U.S. History, and Algebra 1. And this also includes our friends who are in self-contained courses that do not qualify to take the SE Alt exam. So even though these students are not in the end of course courses, they are still required to come and take the exams with us. The end of course is predominantly online. Again, we have a couple of friends who will take a paper version of the test. It is an untimed test. Students take one test per day, and the English 2 test is composed of a writing test and a reading test. And so that counts as 2 separate tests. And so students would take one portion each day. Here's our testing schedule. 9 of our 10 test sites will be testing May 22nd to 26th, but Charleston will be testing the week prior, that being May 15th through 19th. Again, students take one test per day. If a student is absent on their assigned test date, they can make up that missed test later in the week, but they can't take more than 2 tests in one given day. They also cannot take the test early. So a student, algebra, for example, the student should be testing on May 24th. They can't take that test prior to May 24th. They could take it as a makeup on the 25th or 26th, but you can't take a test early. We do have 2 test sessions for each day, one beginning at 9 a.m. and one at 1 p.m. And again, the tests are untimed, but you can see on average how long each test takes. Seating. Students need to be directed to a seat. That way they're not sitting next to friends or family members. If they have preferential seating in their IEP or 504, then of course they can choose their seat so long as it's not next to somebody else that they know. Students must be a minimum of 3 feet apart and all facing the same direction. Students cannot sit next to somebody that has the same test form as them for the test that they are taking. So when you are passing out test tickets, please pay attention to the test form and make sure that students that are seated at a table with each other have different forms. If they do not, and you see that 2 students have form 160D, then please move some students around so that you are not allowing same form students to be next to each other. Big requirement is that test administrators complete a seating chart. Every session, so the 9 a.m. session and the 1 p.m. session, and every test room has to complete a seating chart. Please use the form that is provided in your suitcase. Please do not create your own seating chart on a piece of lined paper or graph paper or scratch paper. Please do not tape pieces of paper together to extend the seating chart. Just use additional sheets of paper and you can write page 2 on it. These seating charts have to be taken and scanned over to the district. So it's important that they're on the same form for ease of scanning and uploading. All of this information you see here has to be included on the seating chart. The most important piece of information is that you include where every student in the room is located on your seating chart, and you are labeling them with their first initial last name. We have been told by the district that if the seating charts are not filled out, as you see here, then the district will send them back to us and you will have to redo the seating chart. So please let's do this correctly the first time so that we do not get these sent back.